Welcome to Roxiiscraftstudio. Today I am showing you a video tutorial for a layout that I have created for the 14 craft bar design team. I have used the lovely handmade collection by Minte Papers and added some 14 craft bar shabby ribbon, molded air dry clay and Fomerian flowers. The base of my layout consists of homemade paper number 2, and I have also fussy cut the elements from the paper number 9, and I've also collected up some bits and pieces that I plan to use on my layout, including the Fomerian flowers that I've made in another tutorial which you can find on my channel. So to begin with, I cut off the bottom strip. So next I am taking some of the tulle, embroidered tulle that came in my kit, and I'm just roughing the edges and cutting it to the approximate size that I want behind my photo. Now I'm cutting down a piece of cardboard which I'm using behind my photo to lift it up a little bit, and I'm just adhering it with some double-sided sticky tape and also a little bit of PVA glue. Now I'm taking some of the Fomerian flowers that I've created in another video which you can find on my channel, and just laying them in the top left and the bottom right hand corner of my photo to get a positioning idea. I'm also selecting which shabby ribbons and twine I should use, as well as other little elements, just to get an idea of how I want my layout to look, or get an idea of where I'm going with it before I stick anything down. I have also cut out some of the lovely ladies from the Crafter Clock Lovely When You Smile collection, and the sheet is called Extras to Cut, which I think matched this collection very well, and I decided that I wanted one to be in each cluster of my flowers. You can also see now I am taking the fussy cut elements and I'm placing them in the clusters as well, just to give them more levels. The shabby ribbons that I'm using for this part here are numbers 75 and 58, and I've also got the natural hemp cord in white and eco brown that I'm adding to the sort of ribbon strips on each side of the photo. Whenever I cut the shabby ribbon, I always tease the ends of the ribbons so that it looks continuously shabby, not as though someone's gone and cut it. I think this gives it more of an authentic look. For elements such as ribbon and twine and the flowers, I am using the hot glue gun to adhere these. But for the paper elements, I generally use just double-sided sticky tape or PVA glue in this little fine applicator bottle that I have. But if I need to add some level, like I will behind the ladies later, I'll use a little piece of cardboard to create the raised look instead of foam tape, because I don't have any at the moment. It's the only real reason. But I think the cardboard's a little more stiffer, but it is more difficult to get off again. You can see here that I've taken some of the shabby ribbon number 3 and I'm forming a bow because I'd like this to go in my cluster under my flowers. I will add one to the bottom here, and later you'll see that I'll add one to the cluster under the flowers to the top cluster as well. You can see here, this is where I'm adding a little bit of cardboard and using PVA glue. I'm adhering this to the layout to give that fussy cut set of flowers a little bit of level. You can see that I'm slowly building up this bottom right hand corner of clusters, and I am adhering the bow and the Fomerian flowers with the hot glue, as well as these little white buds. These white buds are called a bunch of stamen in white on the 14 Craft Bar website. And I wasn't sure what to do with these at the start, but I really love how they turned out on this layout. As you'll see if you check out my other tutorial of how I've made these Fomerian flowers using one of the Lady E dyes, I have used the white Fomerian and I have inked them around the edges to give them the pink colouring. I have done this also previously with blue ink, and I just love the look that it gives. If you use it even darker right on the edges, it gives an even more of a gradient and they really stand out, I think. Definitely I am in love with this new technique of making flowers. I was very excited that in my kit I received some air drying clay, extra light in the colour white, which is from the 14 Craft Bar themselves, along with a silicone mold called hearts, and I have created the hearts that you can see in the top of the screen and the one that I'm adding down the bottom underneath or between the two parts of the ribbon. I have created a separate video tutorial of how I've made these. It's quite quick and simple and really easy. They just need a couple of hours to dry. With this one that I'm using, and you'll see there is a second one in the top right hand corner that's just sitting on the page at the moment, which will be moved into the top left hand cluster later. These two I have inked with some pink ink to match the colours of this layout. As you can see, for the rest of this video, I'm just going to be adding little bits and pieces and finishing off the top cluster on the top left hand corner there. The addition of these butterflies has to be one of my favorite things. I really love butterflies, and these ones are so perfect because they're the perfectly matching color of the blue of the surrounding of the embroidery loop picture. So this brings me to the end of this tutorial for this layout that I have created as part of the 14 Craft Bar design team with so many of their amazing products. I highly recommend investing in some of these gorgeous products. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and follow my channel for more crafty projects like these. You'll be seeing many more layouts that I've created as part of the 14 Craft Bar design team. By the way, all the products that I have used are linked in the description below.